Hi, this is Gary from Terraform Contracting. I just like to explain what we're doing on this particular project. The customer complained after installation that the sand was washing out of the joints. As you can see, just regular sand was used. And with these larger joints, sometimes this can be a problem. So he contacted us to see how we could resolve the situation. So on this, what we're doing is we're removing all the old jointing sand, and we're going to be replacing it with, we're going to be stabilizing the joints. For that, we're going to be using polymeric sand. As you can see, this has been pressure washed and the sand removed, and that creates quite a mess doing this, but that's the only way to get the sand out. Now we have a little bit more to go. We need to get at least 1.5 inches to 2 inches out of the joints. As you can see, it's, if I can get in here close, we need to go maybe a little bit more in order to get the polymeric. The polymeric sand needs 1.5 inches minimum in order to work properly. As you can see, we got most of it. We haven't worked on this side over here just yet. We had to replace some stones because they were damaged by the previous contractor. That's all these stones here. That one has to be cut. And we're going down the side. A whole bunch of stones needs to be replaced also. So we're removing all the jointing sand and then replacing it with polymeric sand. We're doing some fix-ups. And there's a little dipping here. As you can see, there's a low spot right here we're fixing. And then we'll be sealing it. And this is new to me a little bit. We're using water-based Techniseal's Wet Look. And this is replacing all the solvent-based products. Almost all of them are going down here. Water-based. It's probably by the end of the year, everything, all the solvent is over. And also before you start, you have to use this product in order to clean. I'll show you an area here. I just saw one. A little bit of efflorescence. You see that whitish haze right there on the stone, and there's another one right there. That is efflorescence, and if you do not clean that off before you seal it, it will be trapped under the sealer. There might be a couple other spots, but you have to get that off before you seal. I think there was one, yeah, a little bit over here. See, they're white. So we cleaned that before with the prep. See, they're white, and that takes off the whitish haze, and then we seal it, and the joints won't. The stand will be staying in the joints. As you see, this is a nice Town Hall product. So stay tuned for the final, but that's how we do it. We pressure wash all the jointing sand out, replace it, and then clean it with our cleaner, and then apply our sealer, and then clean up all the mess, because a lot of sand comes out of here. I've already taken 3 wheelbarrow loads of because these joints are quite big. Anyways, just let you know what we're up to. Hi, this is Gary from Terraform Contracting. This is a final for a job. We did not install this project, but we were called in to do some maintenance and fix-ups. The customer wanted the job sealed and wanted polymeric sand, or the joint stabilized. So we used polymeric sand. As if you look at the joints here, they're all hard. So the sand will stay in the joints, and to do that we pressure washed that out in a previous video. And one other thing the contractor did on this job, as you see this part right here, and there's another one over here, they didn't use a rubber mat on their compactor when they compacted it. We call this white capping on the stones, so the stones are scuffed or heavily damaged on this part right here. and it's not too bad. It was worse, but it's all over the place on the stones. You see this heavy scuffing. That's a really bad thing, although it looks pretty good on. If you didn't know what it was, you wouldn't know. The seal really unified the color quite nicely, as you can see down the side here. This is Unilock Thornbury and Sierra with a Town Hall 2-color mix here, and the color looks fantastic. It totally evened it out, because this was quite bad. As you can see, there's white capping everywhere. Although, if you didn't know what it was, you just wouldn't be you just wouldn't know what it is. But the color turned out really good, much better than when we were here. And down the side here. So this was all sealed, and we used polymeric sand. We used the Unilock Unicare on here, the RG. As you can see, the joints are nice and hard, and that just won't wash out. The material will stay in the joints. Unfortunately, we couldn't fix this, but we did replace many stones as we could, the worst ones. And you know, we wasn't going to replace that many stones. All these, you have to replace a large percentage of stones. But this is how the driveway looks. It's looks fantastic with the color. Very happy how this one turned out here. We didn't use the Town Hall up here, just on this border. I think the design is fantastic. And there's a truck passing me. So the Town Hall goes around the border, and he's got this nice accent with the garden. It looks really sharp. Looks a lot better than when we first arrived. And there were some repairs to do on this, so if you've got these large joints, you definitely want to be stabilizing with some type of product, either polymeric sand or joint sand stabilizer. Polymeric works the best to stabilize the joints. As you can see, it's a beautiful driveway. Unfortunately, I can't fix all the white capping, which is all here. You have to use a rubber mat or something under your compactor on your final compaction. Otherwise, you will just create, you see that, this damage everywhere. You can't fix that. So we did our best here. It looks a lot better than when we first arrived. I will say that. This color, it's a nice color. It's deep. The sealer, we use a water-based sealer on here, really enhances the color. Looks great. And there you have it. Final joint sand replacement with polymeric and sealing.